Good afternoon, traders, and welcome to another edition of Awesomecallstrading.com. I want to thank you all for joining us today on this amazing, what are we are? I think we're Wednesday, February 27th, 2019. Well, yesterday, of course, was just, and Monday was just, I mean, really incredible opportunities. And today we had opportunities, but it kind of died quick, and then we had to really work for them. And just be patient, take good quality trades, good setups. And this is, days like this is where the talent really comes in a chat room like ours because, once the stocks start to settle, and we had Chairman Powell on the Fed Powell. I mean, he was just basically talking on the hill for hours and hours. So the market kind of just found itself and just leveled itself out like a Netflix, ABMD, Facebook, other than Tesla just absolutely blasting off to the universe. Um, Things were just kind of just making a move. I think I might take this long again on this INGN. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm watching it right now and it's getting momentum again. And I'm thinking of adding if it comes all the way down to 100. So what I'll do, I'm sorry, traders, we're in the middle of this trade here was beautiful. I told the chat room when I was on break, look for the $100 mark and go long, and like clockwork, it really did very well. I came back from break around right here, and I said it's got a little bit more in it, and sure as heck it did. But now what happened is you can see this parabolic move that I told everyone, don't buy it up here, wait for it to come down and gap fill, which it did. You see the gap fill? Came all the way back down here in gap fill. Now we're considering going long again, and this time we want to go. So I'm going to just give it a shot here, and if I'm wrong, it is what it is. But I'm going to wait for one more push on it, and then I'll probably nail it. So I'm watching it. It's kind of slowed down. There's the 18 spot. Now the spreads are only 16 cents, so I'm looking for a 106 push. So I'm going to watch it here. Kind of stall just for a minute. There it goes. So let's just take a few. Let's see if we can just get a decent push to 106 because you see how it's coming up, and they're really trying to push it there. And I'm thinking of adding into a nice position here as well. It's really moving, and I think it's going to probably take out this area right here at 105.81 and 105.60. There's 40, and it's trying to move. There's 30. Let's see what happens here. Let's see if we can get it up there. Buyers are coming in. Just want to be patient here. There's 30 again. I'm just trying to get it to this 60 area to fill some of this gap. There's 32. And the spreads are tightening up a little bit. You can tell. So this is a broken down. So this stock is down over 35 points. And so it's got some nice momentum in it. So I'm going to be patient with it and see if we can get that. There's 31 again. And there's 40. And it's starting, there's 42. And it's selling into that. I'll just take a little there. Yep. Very good. Very good. I'm scalping this right now in front of you. You see this? Just a small amount, only 400 shares, and my fill was. I'll tell you what my fill was. You see it? 105.29. Do you see that? Now it's 62. See that? See that? See that? So you sell 200 and you sell the rest. You just kind of let it be. I'm going to let the rest be. But you see, that's how you make money. You see the move before it happens and you get that confidence. You take the 400 shares, you go long, and even on a 70-cent pop on you see it, and it's heading to 106 right there. So I'm going to just hold the last 200 and chill on it. And if it pulls, I'll add on it because I'm looking for even a bigger move. Okay. Meanwhile, I always put money in the boat, I call it, because I like to pay myself. So anyway, pretty cool. And I got what 105.49 somewhere around 49 105.49 on the first batch. Okay, let's go back to work. And we are going to do Elf. Sorry about that. I see a trade. I want to take it. Okay. Let's see. What do we got here? Um, well, thank you for joining our great room. And um, today on our list, we had Weight Watchers, Elf, SE, MYL, TNDM, Best Buy, PANW, which was a beautiful trade. INGN, which is what we're trading right now live as this webinar is going. Jazz, GWPH, which was a really wonderful trade as well. Um, and Tesla, IONS, and PM. One of our favorite trades today was ELF. ELF was gapping down over $3 on bad earnings. And I love ELF because when you get a stock like that and it's gapping down like that, I really go right into, usually I look for shorts to cover. And so there's some things that I do on the stock that I look at to make sure that they're covering that why it's going to cover. And then I put my price targets down. And then I tell everyone the entry. So I kind of really set this up for everyone in the room, not only to take long at $6.85, add on any dip to six, and then the stock was going to go to $7.50 to eight. I didn't have a lot of small cap stocks on the list today. I didn't really see things that were really momentum for me, but I liked it. I felt okay. I could put this one on there and get everyone a nice paycheck on it, and that was kind of the goal on Elf. So what I did, as you watch. Um, the first things I like to do on a stock like this is find, obviously I want to look at the earnings and then I want to look at the downgrades. So I go to my scan and I start going across the board to see the downgrade costs. I got $7, $6, $7, and let's see what else. Seven, seven, six, six Morgan, six Wells. Okay, so I got a $6 price target. So that's what I'm looking at. You follow me? So that means that I'm already down three. I got Morgan Stanley calling me to underweight. So okay, now I want to look at what the short sellers look like on the stock. So I immediately go and I tell the chat room, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up a 5-day chart, and I could just see tons of short sellers in here that are going to want to cover just in the last 5 days, banking on that they were going to miss on earnings on ELF. So that told me right there, and with the $6 price target, that gave me basically my long was $6.85 right here, with room to six to add because that was going to give me my base on the downgrades, and that would give me my short covering squeeze, and I was going to take it to 750, which is right here, and then it's $8 a share, and it hit 7.99, and there you go. So if you were in our chat room and you only had $3,500 buying power, and you could only afford 500 shares, which is 3,000 buying power, in literally 90 seconds to 2 minutes, you would have scored basically a point plus and made $500. So you would have basically, if you had a $500 cash account, six times buying power is 3,000. Okay. On this trade alone, if you would have walked into Awesome Calls Trading and you took 500 shares based on all the research that I did for you, entry, exit, and what to look for, you would have made $500 on $500. You follow me? So $500 cash account, six times buying power, 3,000. You buy 500 shares at $6.80, which is around what 3,100. You would have made $500 in your first trade with us, and you would have been done for the day. Okay. This is not shorting a stock or doing anything kind of crazy. This is just understanding a stock. Stock got plowed, 6 points, 3 points to the downside. The owner of the company looks at it and says, "Hey, this should be an $8 push at the open," and like clockwork, it hit 7.99. And I put it in writing, so there was no second guessing my thoughts on that, and it's right there. The next trade that I was looking for was MYL. Now, MYL, we were going long into earnings based on the research, and there was so much shorts. They were all long into it, so um, they were wrong. So last night after hours, some of us took our hit of 2 points, which is fine. I did, but this morning I wanted to make the money back, and I figured shorts were going to want to squeeze right at the open, which would give us a great opportunity, and then we would get our 2 point on the downside. So what I wanted to do is, if it pulled at the open to 25, long it to 29, and you've been done. You would have got 27, and you would have been done. But But if it pops, I want you to read carefully. If it pops to 29 at the open, market order is short and get out, and you'll get 2 points, and you get an all-day fader. You see how I wrote that? So I gave you, so basically when the bell rang, you had two options. Okay, AJ said it's either going to pull or if it's going to pop. So you didn't have to take the trade right away. You just had to wait for it to tell you what it wanted to do. Okay, so I set this up so you were going to. I basically made it so everyone in the chat room that took earnings with me that lost two was going to get their two back, and that's why I gave this call today. I could have ignored it and went, oh, it didn't work. No, 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 no. The chat room's going to get its 2 points back. Okay, so I want you to see how we set it up. If it popped at the open to 29, we were going to scale in short and fade it for the day. I'll show you the stock. Ready? Here's MYO, right? And MYO. And we'll pull up on a 1 day here. And the bell rang. Ding, 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 ding. I said go to 29, right? Market order. That's all you had to do. 28.80, 28.70, 28.40, 28.30, 28, whatever. 29 was the target. 29. Now I want to give you two. Right? 1, 2. Boom. You're done for the day. You want more? 26 a share. All day fader, I said, right? If you wanted it quicker and got out and had to go back to go get a job and go get your job, you had basically hit on a double bottom at 26.12. So you got over 2.5 points to the downside, even if you chased it short. It was a beautiful trade. Well set up, well everything. MYO. The next one was that we did was PANW. Now PANW tends to sell off on earnings when they gap up a lot. This one gapped up a tremendous amount. You can see there it just because it gets short squeezed, but you're up over 28 points. And although all the analysts love it, you're still going to get some sort of a kickback on it on the downside because there's just too much. And the reason why it squeezes so much is because there's so many short sellers in this stock. And they're going to, once the earnings hit and they blow out, you're just going to get a massive squeeze. And that's exactly what happened. But on the next day chart, for people like, day traders, we usually look at it a little bit different. So we'll go after the stock in a different way. So I felt the stock would come back down to 245 on the stock today. And so I basically told everyone, if the stock pushes at the open at 264 or anything like that, short it and fade it 10 points, right? Because you're going to get paid on this stock. It will deliver. It always does. And it's something you need to understand if you're trading earnings. This particular stock will do that. Okay. So, pretty cut and dry. I don't really know what to say on it other than it was just a great call. And here's PANW. And all you had to do was take a nibble some short and pre-market. And if it pushed, you were ready to add. And again, I was looking for a 10-point trade. So even at 260, 258, and you count it down, there's 250. So that's about a 9 to 10-point trade. Even if you caught 5, you still did it pretty quick. If you caught 5, you did it within a minute, your first minute of trading. But what I try to do on a stock like this is to prevent traders from getting shaken out on a squeeze. I want them to be prepared. Even though you're up 25, 30 points, please keep in mind it can still squeeze a little bit more, and then you can catch your money on the downside. And it's a really good setup. I really like that one, PANW. Really proud of that stock. The next one is, can we get an update on your trade? Yeah, INGN. I still have 200 shares left. Oopsie. And see how it's just holding up. I don't look at stocks like this. Just let it play itself. And I think I would like to get at 108 in the last step batch. But we'll see. We'll see. If I'm right, I'm right. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Oh, next one was Tesla. This was a beauty. Now, I told you all this yesterday. Do not bet against Elon. It's an iconic stock. And then like clockwork, what did the man do? What did the man do? Why was it gapping up? What did he say? What did he say? He tweets that the company will announce news on Thursday at 5 p.m. You cannot bet against this guy. Okay? Remember that analyst I told you needs to go get a new job? What's he thinking now? Whoops. Whoops. Sorry. Meanwhile, everyone over there at Chase is underwater that dumped the stock. And they're thinking, dude, it went up 20 more points since you said to dump it. I mean, are you kidding me? And what if he announces something so gigantic that the stock hits 340? That's what I'm telling you, right? You can't bet against an iconic owner. You cannot bet against a stock like Tesla. You can't. You have to literally leave your personal feelings aside of what you feel about this stock and leave it alone because you cannot trade this on a personal level. You have to trade it on a professional trade the chart, understand the stock, understand who the owner is, understand, every bad news is going to be hit with good news. Okay? And this is what happened. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to long the stock, but I also told everyone if it pulls to 298, I believe 299, don't be afraid, add to it. I do think the stock will probably roar out of the gate to 305, pull back some, and then bottom curl and go long. And that's really what I was looking for. And if you look how I wrote my notes, I was kind of hoping for a 299 pullback on it, on Tesla. But I did tell the chat room, if it does sell off to 299, go long. But if it sells to 299 and under, don't worry, add to it, long the stock, and take it to 305 to 307, and you'll get paid. So my thesis on Tesla today was long, 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 long. There was no short in the stock at all, and I was pretty adamant about that. I couldn't have been more clear on the stock. Do not. There's nothing that says here short the stock. Okay, and so here you go, right there. Long here, room to 299 in case it hits, which is only down here. And why? Because here's the gap to fill, 299. If it pulled, add to it, and the stock ran all the way to 300. And if you look at your points, there's the 307. I said 305. There's your 305 to 307, and there's your 307. See that? Isn't that beautiful? And that happened in the first 25 minutes, 20 minutes of the open. You stayed with it all day, and you got all the way to 314. I mean, 315 actually. So really a beautiful Tesla call. And I don't always trade Tesla, but when I do, I really enjoy trading it. The next one I want to go over is the long on Best Buy or GWPH. Now, GWPH was a little interesting. You were already gapping up right here quite a bit. All right, but what GWPH does on earnings, they do tend to give back some. Now, I got a little bit aggressive on the downside on the pull, but I really wanted to get it yanked and then a pop. Okay, so I want you to kind of read how I wrote it. All right, here we go. GW, I will nibble some short pre-market at 170. Love to sell it off to 162 if it comes, and then I want to rip it to 175 or more. All right, so again, in pre-market, I wanted you to short at 170. So I gave you an opportunity to get in pre-market, short the stock. Get in there and short the stock. I wanted to pull it. I'm looking for 162. So that gives you 8 points, a possible 8-point trade. Once it bottom curled, I knew it was going to fly to 175 or more. Okay, so let's do it again. Nibble short 170, pull it down to 162, and rocket it back up to 175 or more. And then you can nail it short again. You see that? See how I worded it? Okay, when I get up at 3:30 in the morning, no longer 4, I'm up at 3:30. This is the kind of stuff I study. I read the chart, I read the earnings, I look how to set it up, I look what it looks like, how to look for it, what it's going to do, why. Every answer for me is answered. Then I have to put my thoughts and put it down in writing so you can understand it as a trader coming into the room for the first time that you've never traded GWPH. So you're telling me right now, AJ, to go short 1.7. Yes. Why? because you're already up $18 a share. And I do know GPT tends to sell off. So I'm giving you all these reasons. I'm trying to explain to you in just a small 3 sentence paragraph what's going on. So when the 170 hits, so if it hits 170, if you go short, take it down, then curl it, try to get 162 if it comes. If you see it's going to hit and bounce off another level, go long and ramp it. So let's just say you shorted it and see where we'll look at what we got. But let's say you said, you know what, I'm just going to wait for the pull it open, see where it gets to, and then I'll go market order long. Because AJ said if it hits in the 160s, it's going to 175. So there's a chance I can make 5 to 10 points on the upside. Exactly. 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 And that's because I understand this stock and I've been trading for about 5 years. I think this one, 5 good years on this one. I've been trading 15, but this one, I think I've been trading for the last 5 years because it took me a while to understand this stock. Um, Not all these bios kind of work the same. It's kind of like blue. I was doing the blue bandwagon for a long time. Kite, Crisp, PBYI. I mean, once I get a hold and understand a stock, I can explain it better. And it's really comes down to really trying to explain in a room to a talented group of people how to trade a stock like that. And so what I did is I want you to see the stock. Okay, so here's the short at the open, pre-market. See 170, and it actually pulled. See the 170 right here. See the 170s, 169s, 170s, and you can see right here, even right here. See at 171, 170, 170, 170. Because I was up at this time. See at 5 o'clock in the morning, 5:30. So I was telling everyone it's short. And you see the quick pull at the open? It hit 166. It was so fast, you really had to get. Now I wanted 162, but obviously it found a bottom base right there. So even if you had covered at 168, you still made 2 points. I really wanted a little bit more. But once you covered off this second candle right here, I mean, it just ripped and it ripped huge. I wanted 175 and it delivered 175 right there. You see the first, see where I hit? You could have been done with it right there. See the 175? That's 175 right there. And it had one more squeeze in it. And then it topped. And that's when it topped, I told traders this is going to come right back down. And like sure as shit, came right back down. So this one you really had to be very fast, quick, and on point because there was if you didn't, you were going to get walloped. So this is for more of my seasoned traders in the room. Uh, but it was a good setup though, if you knew what to do. Now I want to give a couple of mod charts. I want to give a shout out to Raphael. Now, Raphael is, he comes in every day. He's a brilliant trader. Been trading for many years. And if you're not following him, you should on Twitter. He's a brilliant guy. And this is his Twitter handle. And he's definitely a must follow. He's a bio trader, very good at bio. And he's just a truly an amazing trader. And he trades in our room. And he's the one that gave us Neo at, I believe, $8.50 or 8.40 or no, $8 and under. The stock went to 10, and then he sold it for big check. And today he gave us CLBS was on his radar. So when he walked in, there was 2 or 3 on CLVS right here, and I'll show you. And he gave it to us in the room, and he said CLVS should have a nice run today, going long. And the reason was is because SunTrust gave a 35 and RBC gave a $33 price target. And the stock was sitting, I believe, at $25 at the open. So Raphael wanted to go long the stock, and he told everyone, I want to go long. And he went long around, I think it was 2 minutes after the opening bell. Sergio will show it on the chart tonight. And he walked us all the way up to 28, 29, and 30. Um, Terrific trade. Terrific trade. Now, in hindsight, seriously, I bet Janny or someone nailed this short. You see this parabolic move? I'm a short seller in that. Are you kidding me? I could have made my money right there. Look at that. I would have took probably realistically 500,000 shares and pulled that when you get a parabolic move like that, it usually gets, remember I always teach you, it always gets filled up. And like clockwork, I would have shorted up here. I probably would have got here. I wouldn't allow, it wouldn't have mattered if I got 20 cents, 30 cents on the upside to, pull me down to $300. I would have cared less. Because even if it went to 31, I would have added. Because when you get a parabolic move off of 30 like that, then take it to 31 and then have an average. And if you have a 30, 70, 30, 40, 30, 50 average and you pull it down to 30, you make $500 or whatever. On 1,000 shares, you get $500. You see how beautiful that would have worked? But for the trade itself, you got to give credit where it's due. And even if you stopped right here, he still walked you up to almost $30 a share, just on an upgrade. And what he was emphasizing this morning to everyone was the strength. There was too much strength, and there were funds buying this. See the 20, 18, 21, 13. They were all playing with this morning, and of course retail as well. This was a wonderful trade by a great trader. And if you're not following him, you should. And again, his name is Raphael, and he goes, his Twitter feed is RECEREAN. Okay, so that was a really nice trade. CLBS. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we have one more trade to give you. We cannot go throughout the day without either giving a Janny or a fire. I mean, fire was on fire today. Once again, another, he's just a phenomenal trader. This is his Twitter handle if you wish to follow him. And he gives also a watch list that he likes to put together for the people that follow him. He's definitely underfollowed, as you can see. He's very quiet, extremely humble, team player, and just an all-around great individual, great person. He's also on Instagram. I believe it's the same as FireTrader05. And we follow each other on Instagram as well. He is, Edwin says that he's a silent assassin. He is truly a gifted trader. And I'm telling you right now, I'm telling you right now. And he loves our room. He loves what we provide. He loves trading with us. But this is a man that's coming up. And I mean coming up. All right. So if you're not following him, you need to. You want to see the trade he gave us today? I took this myself. He saw this out of nowhere. He caught this CLH in the corner of his eye, right? On earnings or something. He just saw it. Yeah, on earnings. Gapped up, pushed, and he's just like, you know what he did? And we're going to show you later at the call. Okay, right here, and I shit you not, he called it 68.74 short. Not only did he give you 68.74 short, he told you he was looking for 66 on it, or 66.21 or something. He kept telling you, don't sell, don't cover, don't cover. Now, when I take his calls, I always do about 500 shares. And like sure as shit, I took 500 shares short when he called it, and it pulled. I covered, I believe, I'll give you the exact numbers because got to be transparent. I went long, short, 68,467, 500 shares, 68. He went here, I went here, and look where it pulled to. And I covered right around this area right here, 68. What was it? 68.11, something right around there on my covers, and it pulled even to 67.80. Do you see my point? If you had never made money, or you just sat and you waited for a great mod to give you an alert, other than myself, and he gives you this at almost 69 a share, and it pulls a buck, you just made $250 to $500. You follow what I'm saying? And look where the stock ended up going. He walked it down to 66 a share, and you could see there was bottom. Come on, that's a defined bottom. It ain't going lower than that. You see my point? What an incredible trade. And you got to give somebody props when you do that. All right? So I just wanted to give a shout out to, what was it? What was the entry? It was right here. It was like 68.80, 2.8 points. And then CLVS 26 to, oh, Richard just let us know too, a trader in the room. He made $400, $397.97 on that trade. And that's the beauty of being in such a talented room. If you can't trade the open and you just want to wait a few minutes or wait 10 minutes, wait for things to set up, and you just wait quietly for one of the mods to give you something, we have 9 of them in here, 8 of them in here aside from myself. And, maybe the open's a little too fast for you, you know, but when you trade alongside a very talented and very professional day trader that does this is how he makes his living too, and he gives you quality trades like this, and you take them, I'd never hesitate. Even if he's wrong, I don't say nothing. You're wrong. Oh well, shit happens, right? Because he's about 80 to 90. I would say he's about 89 to 91% accurate, and that's what you look for. And he always gives you the entry. He always gives you what he's looking for, and he gives you the exits as he's covering. What more can you ask in a room? And if you're looking at this going, well, I don't have that kind of money. I don't have. I can't do 500 or 1,000 shares. That's why I trade pennies. I gave you Elf. And what's wrong with taking 200 shares with 14,000 buying power or 100 shares at 7,000 buying power and making 2 points? I'm sorry, are you so rich you can't do that? I mean, come on, quit making excuses because that's all I hear. Well, I don't have an account that size. Mm, there's alternatives out there, but you'll never find a room like this out there because it doesn't exist. All right. So if you're not following him, please do. He is underfollowed and well deserving. So, and we love him in the room. So, anyway, that is our webinar for tonight. Oh, Palmer came in on the side part time. Palmer just, oh, the trade we were doing, INGN, he bought 200 shares at 102 and he sold at 105. Do you see that? You see his entry, his exit. You see, transparency is everything in our room. And he made $600. Look at 600. Driver says, Palmer, you're on that. My writing, you were showing on that. He was riding shotgun. He was on his phone. He took 200 shares at 102 and sold at 105 and made $600 while he's driving in a car, uh, beside a car, just because it's on our watch list. And thank you, David, because Dave said uh, teaches trades how to find trades. Thank you, Dave. Anyway, congratulations, Palmer. He's one of our moderators in the room. He was very busy today. So anyway, pretty cool, huh? All right, so that's our recap for tonight. It is ELF, MYLPANW, Tesla, GWPH, CLVS, and CLH from Fire Trader. And if you want to join us on our Discord, it's free. And just click right here. It's on our website and all over the place. There's 834 members. We continue to grow and 188 online right now. And you can go in there for free and talk to any of our great traders, moderators in there. Fire was there last night talking to people, helping people get set up on trades and ideas. It was wonderful. And then you could visit our YouTube channel anytime you want and just hit Awesome Calls Trading on YouTube. You can subscribe to it. And we had 92 views last night, 89 the other day. I think this one's probably above 50 or 60 right now. It needs to be updated, but really great reviews that we put out of our daily webinars that you should listen to now. So again, thank you so much for joining us. And if you want to be a part of our room and join us tomorrow and make some money with us, just go to any of our links, click up here, click, and you are ready to trade with us. Just click 25, 100 for a week, or 197 or $6 a day. All right, so be good, be well, be safe. God bless, and I will see you all tomorrow. We'll do this all over again. Take care. Bye-bye.